Good morning to all. I welcome you for the lecture series in the course Material Science and Metallurgy. In the previous class, we have seen how heat treatment is done on domestic food, and we had an analogy to understand what is heat treatment and what is the definition of heat treatment. And we have seen the purpose of heat treatment. So we will recap to relieve internal stress, to improve machinability, and to refine grain size, to soften the metal, to improve mechanical properties, and to increase resistance to wear, heat, and corrosion, to change the chemical composition. This is what the major purpose of heat treatment we have seen in the last class. And today we will move on to who are the requirements of heat treating purposes. And we have all the industries, almost aircraft industries, automobile manufacturing, defense sector, forging, foundry, heavy machinery manufacturing, powder metal industries. Almost all the sectors requires this heat treating process, right? And what are the major steps we have in heat treating operation? So let us have a visual imagination of like a material is going inside a Jurassic Park hut. You all know Jurassic Park we have, and in that park, a group of people enter with the boat, and it enters inside that Jurassic Park. We have different experience. Likewise, the loading requires certain pre-operations before heat treatment. So in that, cleaning is done pre-wash with coalescence. So that is, you have to completely clean or degrease, dephosphate the material to be heat treated. Then we have to spray rinse to remove the material which is sticking to the surface of the metals. So then we go for preheating in the heating chamber. So in the heating chamber is like a closed chamber where we cannot see anything. So in that we start with preheating. The temperature is raised slowly from particular temperature to the critical temperature, and when heating is done, it attains the maximum temperature for the particular heat treatment, and we are soaking and allowing them to diffuse. That process is called soak and diffusing, then pre-cooling. So after that, we have a process called quenching, and we have a post-wash, right? Quenching is a process where we have seen whenever you go to a blacksmith for making a knife or something else, the blacksmith takes the red hot iron, and he beats the iron to form into a particular shape, and suddenly he puts the knife into a pot of water. So suddenly changing the temperature is nothing but quenching, right? So after that, we have post-processing heat treatment is like tempering as well as surface coating. Then we are going to unload the workpiece. So any heat treatment process has to undergo all these procedures to attain particular um, property, right? So in the next slide, we are going to see what are the different classification of heat treatment. So we have four major types. One is annealing, another one is normalizing, hardening and tempering, case hardening. So under the heading annealing, we have full annealing, stress relief annealing, and spheroidizing. Under the heading hardening and tempering, we have conventional hardening and tempering, arc tempering, mar tempering, and in case of case hardening, we have carburizing, cyaniding, nitriding, carbonitriding, and we have some other process called flame hardening, induction hardening, electron beam hardening, laser beam hardening. So we have certain classifications of heat treating process. So according to the requirement of the material to be heat treated, the heat treatment process is being selected, right? So let us explore more in the forthcoming lecture about all these heat treatment process. Thank you all.